everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Happy King, and I will be talking to you today about why you should respect your husband. Before I begin, I want you to know that God commanded us in His word to respect our husbands. In the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22 to 24, God asks us to submit to our husbands. Verse 22 says, "Wives, submit to your husbands as unto the Lord." The verse 23 says, "Husbands has authority over their wives, just as Christ has authority over the church." The verse 24 says, "Therefore, wives, submit yourselves completely to your husbands, just as the church submits to Christ." So I want you to know this. The reasons why you should submit to your husband is that, number one, we are commanded to do so by God. Secondly, God has given our husbands the authority to rule over us, to be our leaders. Thirdly, our husbands are our lords. So we need to submit. We need to respect and honor them. And I want you to also know this: your relationship and your marriage will never succeed until you respect and honor your husband. If your husband is your leader and you don't submit under him, how can he lead you? And you know, there can never be two captains in a boat. So if you want to bring in gender equality is the reason why there is a lot of marital problems and issues. I want you to know that you can never be equal to your husband. You can never be competing with your husband. Don't compete with your husband. Acknowledge him as your head, as your leader. Respect him. When a man approaches you as a young lady, take note of this. The first thing you should check about him should be the respect you have for him. How far can you respect him? If he's a man that by the time he opens his mouth to say one thing, you have said 10, my sister, I'm begging you, don't accept that proposal. Don't marry him. Why am I saying so? If you get married to this man, after you have given birth to 1 or 2, 3 kids, he will notice your excesses at that time. Or he may discover that you don't respect him, and because men are kings and they like to receive respect and honor, he will start looking for it somewhere else. And by the time he finally finds a lady that will give him what he wants, he will settle with that lady and he will divorce you. My sister, I want you to ask yourself this question. Who is going to marry you with 3 kids? But do you know that a man with 5 kids in Africa can marry and that will not be an issue? So, you need to be very careful when you are going into marriage. Ask yourself questions. Can I submit to this man? Can this man rule over me as my leader? If your answer is no, don't marry. My dear single ladies, please don't marry for the wrong reasons. Don't marry because you want to prove a point. Learn to wait. We can change the narrative. We can marry for the wrong reason. We can learn to wait for the right time. We can learn to marry who we can respect and submit to. Stop marrying to prove a point. Thank you. A word to a wise is sufficient, and he that has brain, sense is expected. Thank you.